that emotions are contagious, and active people, communicative people, they can spread that emotion super fast. So you always have to keep, a hand on a pulse of the organization to understand from where it's coming and how to mitigate it. I believe we all had, situation where just a glance or few words or something not, clear enough makes a splash of emotions, because people are taking it in a different way. They are taking it from their previous experiences. They are taking their, comments, words, etc. in a way they used to have in their culture, in their education, in their experience, and we have sometimes conflict just without any background in reality, right? Or even if there is a background, it might be that somebody is not understanding properly what their reactions or what their behaviors should be in organization. And not understanding properly gives them, especially if this is a manager, it makes a bigger issue, because he would be or she would be managing it in a way, how she sees it. But maybe this is not what company is expecting from manager to do. So that's why HR should be kind of a neutral one who gives a total outlook, total tone in the organization, and who translates all behaviors, all communication methodologies, and some situational management things to managers to explain them, to help them, to understand and to orient them. Because each manager has his or her own approach. One manager can be very strict, another manager can be, opposite, very reluctant and friendly, and not paying huge attention that someone is late for 2 hours. Another one is, already ready to punish someone being late for 5 minutes. So you can see that, within one organization, if you have those two different behaviors, for sure it will create some emotional issues, right? And what is HR role is to ensure that people are demonstrating not only results, not only tangible results, but also intangible things, behaviors, how we communicate with our suppliers, how we communicate with our customers, how we communicate with each other, what values we are showing, what values we are living in the company. It's very, very important. And it should be reflected in performance management system. So it should not be only on, okay, he achieved 120% in sales. We are totally happy with that. We don't care how he achieved it. This should not be the thing. Companies should have values, and those values should be lived every day. The slide, I want to say that knowledge and being up to date with huge environment, with macro and micro environment, knowing your competitors, it is giving you possibility to predict some reactions of your people, or to control situation on a large scale, to be prepared. You know that saying that if you don't want to have a war, you have to be prepared for war. So that's exactly what this educator role is. You have to put people in a mode and teach them that they have to be always on the top of the level, which is expected for them to be successful, to grow, and as well for you as an educator to help them to grow, to learn new things, to learn new skills, and to be competitive on the market. Once people know what is expected from them, how to go across all those bureaucratic things. Anyways, each organization has some bureaucratic things. So once people know how to go about those bureaucratic things, how to keep themselves within the policies, they will feel safe. Environment will be safe. Environment will not look, unknown for them, and they will be calmer, and not so much emotions will be showing up on simple everyday job. Let's put it clear. We don't have any authority to manage all people in organization by ourselves. We can do it only through other managers. But we also want those other managers to manage people in the right way. Because we said that people are our biggest asset and biggest risk. If you risk some good specialist, you can lose yourself if that specialist is leaving, and you can lose it twice if he or she goes to your biggest competitor. So this is why people managers should be able to assess people's abilities. They should see it also neutral, and they should be able to develop people. This is very, very important to provide development possibilities for your employees. Especially in this region, I see that having a lot of nationalities in the region, many organizations still they kind of remain on being not that diversified. Situation is changing right now, really changing, and I see a lot of openness in managers' mindset as well. And they try to hire different nationalities. I see that when organization has the biggest possible variety of people, of different ages, of different nationalities, of different religions even, it is much more enriched because we see differently the world, we perceive it differently, and we come with different ideas. And only having this, group of people from different backgrounds discussing the same thing, you can find wonderful ideas. So diversity and inclusion is also a huge importance in the company. The more people you can involve, of course, it's very difficult to keep it confidential. I understand, a lot of complex situations are there, but to transparently say what is going to happen and to discuss and to help that person until they leave and even after they leave, this is what would be my advice. Yes, I understand situation is not easy right now and people are afraid. You have also to give that information to people that, look, this month we had a growth, we are projecting this growth next month. So good emotions should be also injected into people. If you can give assurance for some of them that, look, your position is not under any risk, you are going to be fine. So, you would be kind of firefighting in certain areas and then managing those areas where you have issues. I would say that not only negative emotions are stigmatized, we also stigmatized a lot of positive emotions. If someone is becoming proud of something, we will say, okay, he's selfish, he's egoistic, etc. So all emotions are somehow perceived not in a positive way, right? At the same time, we tend not to show emotions, but this is not right to my understanding. I think it is okay to cry. I think it is okay to jump from joy. I think it is okay to say, that I am totally sad, I am totally exhausted, or to say that, okay, something is wrong between me and this guy. He's not treating me nicely. The only thing here is, and this is what I advise to my employees usually, sit down yourself first and understand before you go and you challenge that situation with somebody else, be it manager, be it colleague, be it HR. Before you go and complain, sit down and understand from where it is coming. What exactly is happening? Is it you kind of overreacting, or is it really a situation? Is it some kind of miscommunication? You have to teach people to deal with that situation in a way that there is no shame and there is no need to hide, but you have to be self-aware first. So what you are not happy or you are over happy with, okay? Then discussion is on a totally different level. But to cry, yes, why not? We are not robots.